Hello, and welcome to another episode, the podcast where we explore the essence of well-being, self-improvement, and personal growth. If you're a first-time listener, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're returning, it's great to have you back. Now, let's dive in.
It's the way you make me feel so good, right now. It's the way you make me feel so good.
I bet many of you listening right now have had one of those days. A day that feels like you're stuck in a loop of stress, work, household chores, maybe looking after kids, or struggling with balancing your professional and personal life. Your boss is giving you tight deadlines, the kids need help with homework, the laundry is piling up. Your to-do list seems to be growing by the minute, and time, as always, is unforgivingly ticking away. It's like you're running on a treadmill, my friends, with the speed getting increasingly faster. The more you try to keep up, the more out of breath you feel. It's exhausting, right? Well, trust me, you're not alone in feeling this way. But what if I told you there's a simple, accessible, and often overlooked solution to this issue? And no, it's not a miracle pill or an obscure yoga pose you can't even pronounce. It's something that many of us enjoyed as children but have somehow lost touch with as adults.
Welcome to Self-Care and Hustle Podcast, where your journey to becoming your best version begins. If you're ready to live your best life and find your inner peace, you've come to the right place, giving you insights on all life tips and purpose-driven actions to move you from where you are now to where you want to go. You can do this. This is me, Nestle Poliente, your host. Are you ready? Now, let's dive in.
Today's topic is about the crucial role of hobbies in self-care and how they can serve as your secret weapon in managing stress and boosting your overall well-being. As per a study conducted by the Journal of Positive Psychology in 2020, people who engaged in hobbies reported feeling more relaxed, more in control, and less stressed in their daily lives. Today, we're going to examine this often underrated aspect of self-care and explore how engaging in hobbies can act as a catalyst for positive change in our lives. Now, you might be thinking, I barely have time for myself, and you want me to squeeze in a hobby. The answer is yes. Because my friends, this isn't about squeezing in another task on your to-do list. It's about carving out a sacred space for yourself amidst the chaos of everyday life. Remember when you were a child and you'd lose yourself in drawing, playing with clay, or even just running around outside? You didn't care about the time or the outcome. You were wholly immersed in the joy of doing something for the sheer pleasure it brought you. That, my friends, is the essence of a hobby. As we grew older, many of us lost touch with our hobbies. Education, career, family, they all took priority. And in the process, our little pockets of joy, those pastimes that once nourished our soul, got pushed aside. Research suggests that this disconnection from our hobbies isn't doing us any favors. A study from San Francisco State University discovered that people who engage in creative hobbies perform better at work. Now, isn't that interesting? Let's explore some common barriers that prevent us from pursuing our hobbies and how we can overcome them. The first barrier, and probably the biggest one, is time. With all the responsibilities we juggle daily, it's easy to feel like there's no room for hobbies in our packed schedules. But here's the thing, hobbies aren't just frivolous pastimes. They are acts of self-care, investments in our mental and physical health. A 2015 study published in the Annals of Behavioral Medicine showed that leisure activities, including hobbies, contribute to better physical health, lower stress levels, and improved mental functioning. So, even if you're a bit skeptical about finding time for hobbies, consider this: can you afford not to invest in your well-being? The second barrier is the misconception that hobbies need to be productive. We live in a society that values outcomes over processes. We feel the pressure to excel, to create something extraordinary out of everything we do. But hobbies aren't about productivity. They're about the joy of engagement, about losing yourself in the process. So, don't worry about painting a masterpiece or knitting a perfect scarf. Just dive in and enjoy the ride. The third barrier is fear. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, even fear of not being good enough. It's important to remember that hobbies aren't about proving anything to anyone. They are purely for your enjoyment. No one's keeping score, and there's no race to win. Now that we've addressed some barriers, let's discuss how to reconnect with hobbies for self-care. Firstly, you think back to your childhood. What activities did you enjoy? Was it playing an instrument, crafting, collecting stamps, or perhaps dancing? If it brought you joy then, it could very well do so now. Secondly, start small. You don't need to carve out hours from your day. Even 15 to 30 minutes spent on a hobby can have significant benefits. You'll find that as you engage more with your hobby, you'll start making more time for it naturally. Lastly, experiment. The beauty of hobbies is that there's no commitment. Try different things until you find something that resonates with you. Join a class, watch online tutorials, or even team up with a friend. Make the journey of discovering your hobby an adventure in itself. Hobbies, my friends, aren't just about killing time or creating pretty things. They're about the invaluable time spent with ourselves, about discovering facets of our personality we might not be aware of, and about grounding us in an increasingly chaotic world. In the words of renowned psychiatrist Dr. Stuart Brown, play is not just joyful and fulfilling. It's also essential for our survival. It's a catalyst for creativity and innovation, a buffer against stress, and an often overlooked but vital component of self-care. So go ahead, pick up that dusty guitar, sign up for that dance class you've been eyeing, or simply start a puzzle. Lose yourself in the process, relish the journey, and watch as the magic of hobbies unfolds in your life. If you found today's episode insightful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. And if you've got a hobby that you're passionate about, I'd love to hear about it. Drop me a line in the comments or via email. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. I'll leave you with this thought: in the pursuit of a fulfilling life, don't forget to leave room for a hobby. Because a life without hobbies, without the joy they bring, is like a garden without flowers. Functional, yes, but oh, so dull. Until next time, keep flourishing.
I was worried you blow my reputation, but I figured it's not on me. Yeah. The way you're making me shiver, your hands on myself, I keep pulling the trigger right. Just wear a finger for people like them. Oh no. Well, darling, on my mind, I'm feeling so fly up in the zone now. I'm like a golden crown, whirling high up in the sky. Oh, it's the way you make me feel so good, feel so good right now. It's the way you make me feel so good. Oh.
Thanks for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into all the tips you can use to becoming your best self. To catch all the latest from me, follow me on Instagram and support me by considering buying me a coffee. Link is in the description. And make sure to chill out, listen to your favorite music, and drink your water. See you in my next episode.